What's going on, everybody? Wild Time here, and it's time for World of Warcraft. So, you want to get a WoW token. You want to know how to get a WoW token. The principle is easy. You get gold, you spend it in the store, you get your WoW token. But getting there can be different. It can be difficult. It can be time consuming. There's all kinds of ways to go about getting a WoW token. This is just one of them. This isn't necessarily my favorite way. I'm not even going to say it's the best way. There's better ways out there. There's faster ways out there. But this is going to be your bare bones, basic, no add-ons needed, just need a gathering profession. How are you going to figure out what you're going to gather and how much time it's going to take you to get this WoW token? So currently, WoW tokens are 164,000 gold. And that's what you're going to want to earn to get a WoW token right now, if you don't want to spend your juicy real-life money of $20. So, what are we going to farm? How are you going to figure out what you're going to farm? This isn't a transmog video, right? Because transmog can be something that you do farm. There's a lot of RNG. Takes a while to sell. So we're going to be looking at mats, right? Materials, things that people use to craft and to make stuff. Things that are going to actually sell. How are you going to determine what you're going to do? Well, you're going to have to find out what's selling on your realm and for what price. You can go to Undermine Journal and stuff like that to look at it, or you could just come right in here into the auction house, pull up the auction house, and let's just say you are a skinner. So let's try to find what you can skin for the most profit. So we're going to go to trade goods, we're going to go to leather, and we're going to search. And then you can just adjust it by price. Okay, so if you look here, Dream Scale, for some reason is listed for 245,000 gold. Nether Dragon Fragment, Blue Dragon Scale. This is actually, Blue Dragon Scale has actually got a 0.1 sell rate. So that's pretty good. Fell Scale Fragment, Cured Heavy Hide, right? 0.1 sales rate. Pristine Hide, 617 gold. Patch of thick cleft hoofed leather, okay, 578 gold. Green whelp scale. So you just look here and you see what you want to farm, and then you're going to look it up and say, okay, I want to farm cobra scales, 350 gold each, right? I want to farm those. So where do I go farm those? Then you're just going to look up, you can Google or look up on YouTube where to farm cobra scales. War bear leather, 149. So that's how you do this. You just look in here and see what it is best, what's selling the most for you to do. So let's look up stonehide leather, because stonehide leather was selling for like 9 gold a piece on my realm. Now it's dropped down to 4 gold. So that may not be your best option, but it would be better than the desolate leather, because the desolate leather, which is the current content right now, is only 2 gold and 72 silver, right? So from then, you just need to figure out how much time it's going to take you and how much you're going to need. So let's go back to leather here, search. So let's do, what were we going to do? War bear leather. Let's do something a little bit easier here. Worm scale, protogenic pelt. Fell hide. Some of these things, these higher ones, are things you can't get all the time just by doing major farms, and that's something you'll have to work out. But let's just say you do the war bear leather at 149 gold. So we'll round up 165,000. Gold is what you need for your token, and you're going to divide that by 149. And so you're going to need to farm 1,107 warbear leathers and sell them at this price to get your WoW token. And then you go out and you find some warbear leather spots, and you say, okay, I can get X amount per hour, and then, you know, I have to do X amount of hours if I want to get to the 1,107. And you can do that with anything, right? You can do that with herbing. So you look up your herbs, and you're going to be surprised, because a lot of these older herbs are going to be selling for more than the current content. So you may think like, oh, I'm just going to go farm some current content like in Shadowlands, but that may not be the best way to go. Because if you look here, Some of this older stuff, Felwort 150, Felwort Seed 1500, Black Lotus 15k. I mean, some of this stuff is crazy, right? Snow Lily Petal 416. Some of those are inflated. Nobody's going to buy those Snow Lily petals. So you got to be careful. You got to know a little bit about what you're doing. Grave Moss 96 gold. I mean, look at that. That is an old mat right there. Blindweed. This would be a good one. Stormvine Stock. And, well, that's inflated too because you have to combine those to do Stormvine. So let's look and see what Stormvine costs. Stormvine's only $275. So people aren't going to probably buy that. So you have to be careful about what's inflated and what's not. But you just look through here and you just find what's selling, the price it's selling for, and then you go and farm it. Easy peasy. So it's sort of like in real life, we would call this reverse sourcing, right? So you would find out what sells, and then you would go out and you would get it and put it on the auction house. So here's your Xanthid. So Xanthid's pretty easy to come by. You can farm it in Nazjatar, and say you're selling for 36 gold a piece, 165,000 gold is what you need roughly. You're going to divide that by your 36 gold, and so you're going to need to farm 4,583 of those. So that sounds like a lot, right? So you just got to see how many you can get per hour, and then then you can determine how many hours it's going to take you. So as far as wild tokens go, though, keep in mind that it is going to take a lot of time if you do it that way, farming, depending on what you're farming. But there's a method, just looking at the auction house, seeing what things cost, finding a farm, and you can anticipate, how long it's going to take you, and then you can find the one that works for you. So thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the channel. Hopefully this helped somebody who was wondering, what's the best thing to gather, because you could Google that all day. But what you need to do is just check your own auction house, learn the market, find the farms. Remember, it's just a game. It's not real money anyway. Do it for fun. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.